Okay, let's get started here. Okay, good morning, hello world. So this is my 2023 Sherco 300 SE factory. Bike's about a year old now. How many hours do we have on this bad boy now? Don't know if you can see that. 44 hours. Anyway, it's about that time. I'm going to send my forks in actually for a service. Shout out to Justin, Shock Logic. So yeah, forks are going in for a service. And I decided while that's getting done, while they off and away for the week, I'm gonna use the opportunity just to do some other maintenance on the bike. So while the forks are out, I'm going to do my neck bearings here. Clean those, re-grease those, inspect, put back. I'm also going to do my swing arm bearings. And when I say my swing arm bearings, I literally I'll see better if this cover was off. Okay, wait, Kong. So it's these bearings that's inside here. I'm not too concerned about all the shock bearings and stuff like that. Yeah, we're just gonna do those. I think it's those needle bearings. Clean those, re-grease those, put back. What else? We are also just gonna give the bike a service. Gonna take my bash plate off. Change the oil. I generally do that every 10 hours. I think I did the last one about 7 hours ago, but as I said, since we're gonna have the bike apart, might as well do that. Yeah, what else did I have in mind here? Oh yeah, I want to change my... So this tire, I did about 3-4 hours on it last weekend. I will ride in Mweni and Kwakwa, but I'd like to save this tire. Tires are expensive, guys. So I'm gonna pull it off and grab something I've got hidden there, and then we'll probably use this tire again when we do another training ride out of Joburg. What else did I want to do on the bike now that I'm gonna document for you guys? Oh, I'll probably also just do a short video of how I change my tire without any fancy rab condas or whatever. Just good old levers and some elbow grease. Maybe some people out there would like to see how to do it yourself at home, so I'll probably add that in the video as well. I'd also like to, on the power valve here, I'm gonna pull this cover off, pull the power valve out and just give it a good clean, because I've heard of very rare instances where guys say they've had the power valve sticking, or getting stuck because just of accumulation of dirt. So a lot of what I'm doing today is just some good maintenance sort of practices to do on your bike, which I like to do. I like to look after my bike. I believe you look after the bike, it looks after you. So yeah, and then another thing, when taking the swing arm off, I really don't like to break my chain. So what I'm gonna do, just to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to take my sprocket off. And what's nice about these Shercos, you can't see it too nicely there, but it's literally just the circlip that holds the front sprocket on. So take this cover off, take the circlip off, and then just let the whole chain come out and with the swing arm. But also, as you can see, I mean, we ride a lot of rocks. The hard enduro takes a beating on the stuff, so you can see that bolt's quite charred. That's quite charred as well. So for me to get that off right now is going to be a bit of a mission. I'll really only gonna struggle with that when I'm gonna maybe change my sprockets or put a new chain. I want to fight with that, so not in the mood to do that. So anyway, yeah, for now I think I'm just gonna start the bike up, get the oil hot so we can drain it and put new oil, and then once I'm done with my oil, I'll get stuck into the swing arm. I think it'll be easier to do the swing arm first before I pull my forks out, so the bike is not sort of front end or rear end heavy. So we'll do the swing arm first, probably do the tire at the same time, change the tire, then slap all that back on, pull the forks out, and then yeah, send them in. Oh, I'm also doing new decals on the bike this week. Sticker kit's a bit tired. Well, I really only did number boards since I got the bike, so but yeah, I'm doing new number boards, fenders, gonna put new stickers here, yeah, new sticker on the front as well. Yeah, I said number boards, yeah, and then also just changing my my fork guard stickers as well. So we're doing a full sticker kit this time, but I'm not going to do it myself. I'm sending it in, but I'm going to have to pull all the plastics off because yeah, the bike won't have forks and and a tire on for me to take the bike there and have them do it. So quite a lot that needs to be done on the bike this week, but yeah, it's all just good maintenance to make sure your bike is in good nick. Just gives you that peace of mind that when you're out there and you're riding, you know that you've got a machine that is going to look after you. So yeah, let's get started. Just a small tip here. Some may or may not find it useful, but I definitely find it helps on the bike. So this here, just adding that little bit extra reinforcement on the frame on the bike. I mean, if you ride hard enduro, you ride a lot of rocks, you know the type of beating these bikes take, especially underneath here. Even with the skid plate on, sometimes you hit stuff so hard that impact, that force goes through the skid plate and into the frame of the bike. I've had it on old bikes where I found plenty big dings and things like that. Yeah, that especially with the KTMs, the older KTMs, I've had it where it's almost made this frame flat here from taking hard knocks. So all this is just a little bit extra reinforcement, and it definitely does help. And what I've put here is old so this is literally just old swing arm guards, chewed up swing arm guards that I had that go in here. I've just cut pieces off and used it to put on there. I had hose pipe on there before, like you know, just garden hose pipe, and when I was doing the service now, I took the skid plate off and noticed that they were quite chewed up, so I've used this now. Definitely think this will last a bit longer. It's a bit thicker and a bit harder, so we'll see. But yeah, it definitely does help. Just a little tip to our hard enduro guys out there that might find it useful. Okay, now we'll start on the swing arm. Get the swing arm out. And there it is, guys. Swing arm is out. Literally didn't even take me 20 minutes to do that. As I mentioned earlier, took it out the way I said I would. Literally, it's just this one bolt here on the shock. It's that bolt that attaches to your swing arm there. Can you see there? Yeah, sorry. There, it's that one bolt there. And as I said, I took the chain guide off, took the sprocket off just with the circlip quickly. And yeah, your main bolt that goes through your frame and your motor, and she's off. So game plan here, the bearings I'm looking at greasing is these here. So we'll pull these bushings out, give everything a good clean, and inspect them nicely. Everything should still be good, but you can see things are a little bit corroded from water and that getting inside there. So that's why it's a good idea to do this at least once a year. I mean, I'd like to do it every 6 months, but just haven't had the time. So yeah, once a year should do it. You can see this as well, just a bit of surface corrosion. So we'll clean this off with a bit of Scotch-Brite, put some fresh grease on, chuck it back in, as well as this guy here. This is that main bolt or pin, whatever you want to call it, that goes through the swing arm and the frame. You can see also just a little bit of surface corrosion. Nothing to stress about. We'll just clean that off and chuck it back in. Sweet. Okay, we've got everything out, disassembled. Now you can see, guys, this is why we do this. Just shine my torch on you. The lighting inside this garage is not that great. You can see the lack of lubrication that's been happening here. Quite a bit rusted. This side is not so bad. You can see we've still got some grease in there. Those aren't too bad, but this side here where the chain is, not good. I'm gonna try clean them out, clean everything out. I'm gonna use a bit of like paraffin based sort of cleaning solvent. It's not too harsh on these rubber bearings we've got here, because I don't want to take those out. So I'm going to try clean this out as best as possible and then put everything back together. But yeah, you can see why we do this, or why it's a good idea to do this. This is very dry, no lubrication there at all. Alright guys, so after tried cleaning this off, this roller, you can see focus is not that great here. Anyway, so this roller sits inside here. Let's just do this one that's actually in good nick. So that will sit inside there and sort of protects the bearings. So you can see your roller needle bearings. As I said, this side is still in good nick. This I could have just re-greased, put back, but this side here, icon wouldn't be good mechanic practice to even put that back in that condition. Even this, as I said, I tried to clean this off with some Scotch-Brite, but this is actually lost material. It's pitted. So right thing to do, we're gonna order new. We're gonna get new from Sherco and just replace them all. And yeah, it will just give us that peace of mind to know we've got new, re-grease them properly, and they're gonna last us about another year or whatever. But yeah, I think I left these too late. I've heard stories also, you know, these swing arm bearings, and as well as those neck bearings, I haven't got to them as yet. on the triple clamps there. They don't grease them too good from the factory, and this is the result of that. I probably should have pulled the bike apart as soon as I got it, and you know, just re-grease them myself and put it back together. I think this could have been avoided, but anyway, is what it is. We'll order new ones. I've already spoken to my dealer and they've got stock, so we're gonna just put new. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Alright, so we've got our forks out, got the triple clamps out, and yeah, look, I'm happy with the way this looks. This is what you want your bearing to look like when you're pulling it out to do a service or just an inspection. This is what it should look like. And thinking back, I actually think I did do these when the bike was new, when I took the forks out to get them revalved. I definitely used the time to just re-grease these bearings. You can see this is what you want it to look like. I mean, the condition of these bearings are still great, but we'll just clean this grease off, re-grease, put back. You can see this is the one from the top. Sorry, this is the one from the top, and yeah, this is still packed with grease. Just a little bit of water obviously got on top, got in there, but that's nothing to worry about. But yeah, this is what you want it to look like, guys. So we'll just clean it off, put it back in. But yeah, you can see the bike is pretty well stripped. Once I've done those neck bearings, put that back. We'll just pull the plastics off. I'm not going to take this plastic off because yeah, it's quite a lot of work to get this fender out. I'll just do this sticker myself, but number boards, these shrouds, I'll take them off and send it in to the guys who do the sticker kit. So yeah, a bit disappointed we couldn't get this guy done today, because my goal for today was to yeah, have that, do the swing arm, put it back in, do these neck bearings, put it back in, and then I was just gonna wait for plastics to come back from the sticker kit guys, as well as the forks, put those back in, and then we were gonna do some riding next week. But looks like I'll have less work to do today, and then more work to do, unfortunately, once I get the parts for that swing arm. But yeah, rather do things right and have the peace of mind that your bike is in good condition. So we'll probably do a reassembly video once once I get my forks back, once I get my plastics back from the sticker kit guys, and yeah, the swing arm bearings. Alright guys, so we've got our bearing here. We've got our bearing nice and clean, inspected. So yeah, we've cleaned it out, and then yeah, I'd also advise just use some compressed air or shop air, whatever you want to call it, just to blow it out. Make sure you get out any old excess grease that may have be sitting inside there. And then yeah, I'd also just advise sorry, I don't mind that I'm using two different colors, but anyway, I'd always advise just wear gloves when working with bearings, because any moisture that you have on your hands, you know, can sit on the bearing and cause it to rust. So when we're packing our bearing with grease, I'll show you guys what we do. And then this is the grease I'm using here. Silicoline Pro Racing grease, auto waterproof or water resistant. So what we'll do, you guys can see that, you just get a bunch like that, put it, just make sure we got no dirt. Just make sure we got no dirt or whatever on our hands, and you take that, and then when you packing the bearing, so you want to get it from the underside. To me, that's the top of the bearing, this is the bottom of the bearing, or you've got more of a gap there to get the grease in. And then all you do is this is the best way to pack your bearing, and you make sure that bearing, the grease is going all the way through there. And you see what it does, you see that grease now has gone in there through to there, and then you just work it around like that, work it around. Till you've got grease right through the bearing. Yeah, I think we've covered the whole thing there. And then yeah, excess you can just sort of leave on it like that, put that down. Okay, now, anyway, my hands are dirty, but anyway, on this guy, a bit different, because you can't get in there in the same way that we did with the bearing that goes on the top, and these are a biatch to get off. The only time you really take these off is when you're replacing it, and what a lot of guys tend to do is just cut this. You'll cut it off. That's the only way you get it off. Another way, I mean, you could probably heat it up and tap it off. It will probably come off that way, but we're not doing that now. So let's just put some of this grease on there. Best way for us to get grease in this guy, so we're gonna just press grease in from the top here. So that's all we do with this one, and we just work it around like that until you feel satisfied enough that you've gotten grease in enough grease in here that it's gonna be well lubricated. Sorry, I think I was out of shot there. But that's the only way we can grease this guy up here. I think I've put a bit much on here. It's actually not, I'm not getting a good feel with this glove. I'm actually just gonna take this glove off quickly. The one I'm using to grease this guy. I'm not getting a good feel. Okay, anyway. Just put that aside. Let's do this. Much better with the bare hand, I think, for this one at least. And I know I've cleaned my hands, I've dried them off properly, so I'm not stressed about getting moisture in these bearings. But don't be shy with the grease, and even if it's full of excess here, it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll just give it a good wipe before we install it. Okay, and just leave some on the edges like that. That's nice and pretty well greased up. I'll just clean off all this excess here, and then yeah, we're ready to reinstall. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it for the day. I didn't get everything I wanted to get done today, but yeah, got most of it done. So we've got our triple clamps back on, bearings have been re-greased. There we'll set the free player once the forks and the tire and that is back in. Everybody likes it different, but yeah, plastics, forks here ready to get sent away, forks for service, and then yeah, plastics for sticker kits. So when I get my parts for the swing arm here, the lighting in here is not great, but anyway, we'll sort that out. Yeah, once I get my parts for my swing arm, we'll do a reassembly video with the new sticker kits and that as well. Yeah, I was a bit lazy to take this off, but I don't mind. I'll do this sticker here myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. Oh, and then I know I promised to do a video of changing a tire with a moose. Yeah, because I run mooses, obviously, the Enduro, hard Enduro, 2 rim locks. I know some people can struggle to change a tire with a moose with just your tire levers, but yeah, I think I'll do a separate video on how I do it. At least I'm not a pro at it, but definitely gotten better over the years. I can probably change a tire now in about 20 minutes with just the levers, if not less, depending also how, if you have a softer moose, it's much easier, but if your moose is a bit stiffer, it's a bit harder. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the day. Next video, the bike will be looking totally different, and yeah, we'll do a reassembly. Sweet.